In the United States, more than $550 million worth of pretzels are sold annually. Pretzels are a popular snack food enjoyed by many around the world. But have you ever wondered where they originated from? The story of pretzels dates back to the Middle Ages in Europe, where they were given to kids who learned their prayers by monks in northern Italy. Later on in the 12th century, German bakers started making pretzels with the iconic twist before finally, in the 1700s, bringing them to America as they immigrated. While I am no expert on pretzels, I do have enough experience to show you how to make them today. Starting with your materials, you need a stove and oven, medium-sized pot, baking sheet with parchment paper, a 1-quart measuring cup, quarter measuring cup, a spoon, an oven mitt, large knife, cutting board, glass bowl, and a plate. For the ingredients, you need a half pound of dough, 6 cups of water, a quarter cup of baking soda, a quarter cup of water, a little coarse salt, 2 jalapeno peppers, 1 can of cheese sauce, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now let's get started. Take the quarter cup of baking soda and pour it into the pot, as well as 6 cups of water. Measure that out and pour it into the pot. Set the pot on the stove and turn it on to medium-high to let it boil. Set the oven to 400 degrees and let it preheat as we prepare. Now take your half pound of dough on a cutting board and cut it into 4 to 6 pieces using a large knife. Whoops. Then stretch those pieces to be about 6 to 8 inches long. Then after you stretch these, you need to cut them into roughly 2-inch long chunks. After that, you're going to want to dump these into the boiling pot. Pick them all up, put them into the boiling pot. A little sticky. Careful not to splash any boiling water onto yourself. And then these should soak in the boiling water for about 20 seconds. Save those for later. After that 20 seconds, you're going to want to take these, transfer them onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Place them evenly, making sure they're not too close to each other so that they don't stick. Then you want to lightly salt them with coarse salt, mainly just to taste. Just sprinkle a little bit on each one. And then using an oven mitt, place the tray into the oven. At 400 degrees, it'll take about 10 minutes or maybe a little longer until brown, and they'll be perfectly cooked. While they're cooking, we will now prepare the dipping sauce. So you want to place 2 jalapenos on the cutting board and mince them using a large knife. Careful not to cut your fingers. Also, don't rub your eyes after touching the jalapenos. It'll really burn. After that, you want to open a can of cheese. Scrape that into a glass bowl. Add a 1/4 cup of water, and then a teaspoon of chili powder. Then you want to take your minced jalapenos and scrape them into the bowl. After that, give it a very thorough mix. You want to make sure the water actually mixes in with the cheese. After you have the sauce all mixed up, the pretzels should be done. So you want to grab your oven mitt again, take them out of the oven, place them up on the stove top, and then you should have perfect pretzel bites. Careful, they're still hot. You're going to want to take a couple of them, put them on a plate, serve with the sauce, and enjoy. So I have now shown you how to make pretzel bites. Another way to make them would be to use lye instead of baking soda, but since lye is a very highly corrosive material, it wouldn't be safe to use it unprofessionally. So thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate this and someday make it. Maybe not. There are my note cards.